Independence. It's a word we know well, and yet it is frequently misunderstood. Too often, we equate independence with being on our own. However, being independent truly means that we rely upon, learn from, and grow within our relationships with others. It is this interdependence, not just independence, that allows us to take risks, accomplish our goals for success and happiness, and to become who we are meant to be. None of us can do this on our own. Our partners, friends, families, and the larger community all help us to be our most independent selves. They support our independence. Supporting people in the community is not a one-size-fits-all proposition. The supports provided are unique and designed to meet each person's individual needs. Kelly, Mary Beth, Eric, Danya, and Mark have each come to their independence in different ways and are generously sharing their stories.
For me, it kind of started when I asked my mom, what would happen, if something happened to her. And so we got talking to my service coordinator, and this has been a very long process for me.
It was time to have some really serious conversations with Kelly about what she wanted, and it became clear that she wanted an actual person to share her life with, to do fun things with, to go to the movies with, make dinner with. So I think then we shifted our focus a little bit, and so that's kind of when we started talking about Mary Beth as a possible roommate.
Because my sister wanted me to have a roommate that I know very well, and me and Kelly knows each other very well. Very well.
Mary jumped at the idea of living in an apartment, living in a house, living by herself or with a housemate, and so we started working on things.
I think it'd be good for us to get our own place and learn what we can own apartment, and we can do stuff together.
It's been a lot of work and a fun adventure so far. I'm really looking forward to when they actually get into the apartment. I think that'll be a very exciting day for them, and they get the keys and have all of this newness to look forward to.
Although the road toward independence is different for each person, we can find wisdom in the stories of the people who are on their own journey.
I'm Eric. I'm 29 years old. I'm a very independent person. I lived with 4 other guys in a group home. There was 5 of us, all guys, and I liked it because there was only 5 of us. It wasn't 12, it was just the right number, and it's different, living on your own, you have more responsibilities. There's so much out there, you're not, like what my dad told me over the phone was, they want to let me go if they didn't think I was ready to go on my own.
He really became interested in moving out on his own. I think some people were, it was new to us, the idea of, someone moving out of the house. So I think it was maybe in the back of our heads, but we all knew that Eric could do it, because when Eric sets his mind to something, he achieves it.
I like living alone. You can do your own thing. You don't have to worry about, what somebody else is doing. If I want to do something, I like to try to do it if I can.
I live in Trumansburg. I've been living there since 1997.
When I think of Danya, I think of a person who is full of life and who is amazing with other people. So she's a very, very balanced person, and I think people have learned that she has a lot of skill and she has a lot of potential.
It was a little scary at first because I've never lived on my own before. And so I lived with a roommate to begin with. I ended up getting married.
Yes, I was. I was very nervous at that time because I didn't know how to pay my bills, and I didn't know how to pay my rent. I didn't know how I was going to cook foods. I didn't know how to,
I was nervous the first night alone. Maybe one night alone I was nervous. But I But then I was fine the next day, you know. You live on your own, but you still have help, like John does. You know, that's the nice of it, is you still have help still. But again, though, they're gonna be teaching you and learning. You have to let them work with you to do it. If you don't let nobody work with you, you're gonna be stuck. You know, you're not going to know if you don't let nobody work with you. You let somebody work with you.
I'm wonderful friends with Julia. I've been working with her since 2001.
When we first started working together, it was daily living skills, socialization skills, getting her out into the community and integrating her into the community. Grocery shopping, and I taught her how to budget, just helping her with everyday life.
Well, then they found Suzanne Kramer. I work with her. She comes in twice a week, helps me cook, prepare meals. Now I'm a whiz bag at it. I was a little nervous, but when I got used to it, I felt right in place.
Our friends and neighbors bring richness and fun to our lives, as well as the comfort that comes with being part of a caring community.
And the other thing is just make sure you have nice neighbors, too.
So for them to actually be in the apartment using all these, beautiful new things, making their own community of friends, I think that will be awesome.
It was the very first day they went to the complex to look at the apartment. A nice woman was in the hallway, and she was like, "Oh, are you gonna have that apartment?" And they were, "Of course, yeah, we're moving in." And she was like, "Well, come and look at mine and how I have it set up." And her name was Gloria, and she was an older woman, and they started talking, and they've already mentioned her a few times when we have meetings and stuff. "Oh, and Gloria, lives right down the hall, and we live on a floor with 4 chefs." So it sounds like they're going to be moving into a good community. The floor, it sounds like the floor that they're moving into does some potlucks. And they were very excited about that. Mary Beth was very excited to be able to make meals for a group, because she's good at that. She's very good at that. And she doesn't live there yet, but she already has, a community, she feels. So that's great.
Well, there's like 4 cooks on the 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm.
And they do potluck dinners too. So they said they're gonna, when they get ready, they can cook, give us a call and invite us down, go down, join them, say hello to everybody.
Through Juniper Manor, she met some individuals there, and they helped her get familiar with the community. But she's very personable, and she'll talk to anybody, and her sense of humor is very large. So she's just very friendly, and she gives off that persona. So. Yeah. I think people find her easy to approach.
Yes, I go to Dish to Pass once a month, birthday party and bingo.
I hang out at her house at nighttime, watch TV, watch Family Guy, watch Seinfeld, Judge Judy. I'm with my friend Jen, since I moved to my apartment. Well, got talking, got introduced to him, stuff like that.
Eric still has, as part of our house, if we're doing something special, we call Eric and invite him to things, or just randomly there'll be a knock at the door and it'll be Eric.
Even though Mary Beth lived in a group home and she's moving on, she's never truly going to lose the relationships she's built here at Highgate. She has, 2 housemates that are, like her sisters. They've just done everything together, the amount of time that they've lived together, and, their families have been involved with Mary also, and, everyone is super excited for her. And, they're also a little sad to see her go, but, they're just waiting for them to have a girls' night,
Yeah.
and it's going to be in Mary's apartment, and to celebrate her being independent. So.
To me, I think time flies faster living on your own. It really does. I know that time flies a lot faster. You're looking down at the clock and you're looking down again, time's gone by already. You might be busy, more busier doing stuff also. You know, going to your own appointments, you know, if you do drive. Just again, it's a whole different world if you're going to live out on your own. They might be scared, you know, that's alright to do. You know, just make sure you lock your doors at night and when you leave. One other thing is don't lock your keys in your house.
I would tell them not to rush into wanting to move out and to think about where they want to move to. It would be a disaster if you rush into it.
Don't get nervous. Just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself. Have fun.
It was disappointing to like have to give up, you know, an apartment because I didn't have a roommate or or the funding or whatever, but I just knew that someday it would eventually happen. And I know I want to have a housewarming party. I don't know about you, Mary Beth.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So that, you know, we can have people come over and see our apartment and
I just kept on asking everybody when can I get my own place. So, because I want to get ready. I want my own place soon when it's coming. Because I'm just so excited about this. And like now everybody's happy that I'm getting my own place now. No, you can do it, you can do it. Like a choo-choo train. You can. So you can do it. Just work hard for it and get it.
There's nothing in this big old world you can handle. There's nothing here that you can steal or manage. It's only you. Everybody else, only you. Everybody else, only you. And everybody else,